Welcome to the GWP. I'm Mr. Wrestling Joey Sands. I'm here with the knockout artist,
My name is Hollywood Marcus.
Hollywood Marcus, and the eater of tacos,
Big Ralph.
Big Ralph. We're here to talk about this week in wrestling, what could have been, what should have been, and what was. I would have to say that this week in wrestling was a little slow. Wasn't bad, wasn't good. It was setting up a lot of things, especially on SmackDown where we're having Clash of Champions coming in a couple of weeks. Let's start with Raw. Raw, we see the opening. It is Kurt Angle talking about with his son, quote unquote, Jason Jordan, and Jason saying, "I need another chance, Dad. I know I could beat him. I want to go against Samoa Joe. I want to go against Roman Reigns. I deserve an Intercontinental Championship." Of course, Roman comes out, says, "You know what? You don't deserve jack, buddy." Right? And then Samoa Joe comes out and says, "You definitely don't." And then all of a sudden, in the most heelish move I've ever seen, Jason Jordan pretty much suplexes Roman Reigns. Now he has a match. I mean, are we really going with this Jason Jordan angle? And when are we turning him heel? I mean, he's heading that way.
I think they're heading up. They're setting it up for Jason Jordan versus Kurt Angle. They're making him turn heel just so that they could have that father-son match.
Nobody wants to see that.
Well, it's not that nobody wants to see. It's just that, you already started this angle where you have him having a son, and now you have to have them fight. Because, look, there's going to be resentment. There's going to be animosity. There's going to be the child wanting to be like the father. I mean, you have all those elements. You have a story there.
I agree with Hollywood that no one wants to see it. But I would like to see Angle just whoop his butt.
Yeah. I mean, we all want to see it, but, do we want to see it, I guess?
I don't understand, though. Is he a heel or a face? Because he says, "I don't jump people from behind." And what does he do? Jump them from behind. I'm just like, okay. That's heel 101.
Heel 101?
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
Nobody wants to see Jason Jordan and Kurt Angle. I would rather see Triple H and Kurt Angle, or anybody versus Kurt Angle. What's the dude's name that got fired? James Ellsworth versus Kurt Angle. Just don't give me Jason Jordan. He sucks the life out of the room.
But do you think he plays the part that they're giving him well?
No.
I mean, the match that he had against Roman Reigns was pretty decent, actually.
He can go in the ring, but I think he needs a mouthpiece because he can not talk or have any type of personality that matters. It's just, I don't know. He needs a mouthpiece.
Right.
Yeah,
go ahead.
He's kind of bland when it comes to outside of the ring.
Yes.
Right, but when we talked probably last week in his program with Elias, he didn't do very good in the ring. His talking and his ring skills were poor. It shows that he couldn't carry a match. He was in with Roman Reigns this week, and it actually looked pretty good. So, I mean, is he good in the ring, or is it just depending on the opponent that he has?
Depending on the opponent. I think he needs somebody to carry him.
Yeah,
he's still not strong enough to carry himself. He needs that star power that can carry him.
And Elias is good. Elias is a really great heel. But then if you look at Jason Jordan, he pretty much is a heel. So it's heel versus heel. That doesn't work.
Yeah, nobody likes him. It's a heel. So speaking of a good heel faction that we got going, Paige fought the legit boss, Sasha Banks, today. Of course, Absolution comes with her to the ring, and then Banks brings Bayley and Mickey down to the ring. Now, Paige gets a decisive victory over Sasha Banks, so they're making this faction look very strong. But one of the things that struck me interesting was that when Asuka beat her opponent, Alicia Fox, Absolution comes down, but they don't attack Asuka, they attack Alicia. So I started thinking, and I think I told one of you, I don't remember which one, that I think maybe the leader of Absolution is not Paige, but Asuka. Is that an interesting turn, or do you think they're building up to something else?
It would be interesting, but I don't think they're going to go that way. I agree. It would be a nice twist that they haven't done in a long time. Unfortunately, they seem kind of predictable. So I think they're going to set up for a Paige versus Asuka match down the road.
Okay, I have two opinions on this. The first opinion is about Sasha, and I don't know. She bores me as a babyface. I think she needs to go heel because she just seems very, I don't know. Like Big Ralph said, she sounds bland, and I'm just like, okay, you don't have any spunk to you anymore. Maybe it's a start and go pushes that she's been getting, but whenever Sasha comes out, I don't get excited anymore. I'm just like, all right, whatever. As far as Asuka, I think she's another person who needs a mouthpiece. So I can totally see Paige, who's one of the best talkers on the female roster, being the mouthpiece for the leader Asuka. I see it.
Yeah, she does need a mouthpiece, and that, Paige would be a great mouthpiece. But then, are you diminishing Paige's role? Is she a sidekick in this and not the mastermind?
I was going to say, compared to NWO, where you have Scott Hall, Kevin Nash, and Hogan, how Hogan was the leader, but they pretty much were all equal. So I see her being equal to Paige, but just...
But the muscle is what you're saying. She's basically the muscle.
Yeah, because who's going to... Nobody's ready for Asuka. There we go.
Who better than Asuka? That doesn't work for her, does it?
No.
No.
So, we have... moving on, we have one of the biggest pops of the night was a vignette, I guess you'd say, of Bray Wyatt talking to, or being interrupted by Matt Hardy, who seems to be awoken instead of broken, which really doesn't make a difference to me. And Matt's talking about the deletion of Bray Wyatt. Yes. Are we excited to see broken Matt?
Yes.
Yes.
Awoken Matt, sorry.
Either one, it's fine. It's something fresh and new for the WWE, so I welcome it with open arms.
I marked out. I legit marked out. I put all over Twitter like, yes.
I was laughing the whole time, and it's been a while since anything they've done has made me legit laugh.
Or excited, because you were excited.
Or
about
excited, yeah. Just, I mean, I get excited for the matches, but sometimes it wasn't the same feeling as when I saw him just interrupt Bray Wyatt's vignette. It was the little boy in me that was watching WWE for the first time, seeing all these exciting things going on.
Oh, it was great.
Yeah.
It was so great. I've been waiting since he debuted. Just have him just talk about deletion and using words that don't go together, like the Eater of Terrestrial Spheres. I'm just like, yes, I love it.
Yeah, the Eater of Terrestrial Spheres. That's awesome. I mean, come on. I mean, I don't know. He plays that part so well. It's like you just want him to be that all the time. And we're finally getting it. So that's always...
He's all over Twitter and everything else.
Oh yeah, when he goes all out. I think they even had Vanguard 1 started to boot up again on Twitter, and you can see where it's going. So he's going full broken, awoken, whatever, and it's great or wonderful.
I have a question for both of you.
Okay.
Do you think they bring in Senor Benjamin and King Maxwell and Rebby, or
I think we need to let them establish that character a little bit more before you start bringing in all the other stuff.
Yeah.
Let's get him and Bray in a program. Let's have Brother Nero come back, and then if you want to add the other cast of characters, then you can. Let's get him up there. Let's start him slow.
I think the question is, since he's not broken, since he's awoken, do you have those same characters come back if you're going to bring them, or do you have a new different set of characters they playing the same roles?
Wait a minute. Did you just say, do you have a new different set of characters? Isn't that a little redundant, man?
No. It's new people playing the same characters. That's what I meant.
I know what you meant. I got a message you.
Different people playing the same characters, just different names.
No. No, you bring in the originals. You don't.
Because
no.
the thing is, you don't have him as broken. You have him as awoken. You can't have Sir Benjamin.
Why
Senior
not? I mean,
Benjamins.
you can. I mean, the issue was with the broken name, not so much
You could
the other characters
have
with it.
you could have Sir Benjamin instead
There
of
you go.
Senior Benjamin.
I mean,
Oh,
yeah,
no.
maybe subtle variations of it, but I mean, come on. I mean, let's let him get through a program. Let's see how the character does in the WWE universe before we start bringing all his sidekicks in.
I don't care if Wyatt gets chopped out this time. Usually I care if he loses, but now I'm just like, yes, you're losing to broken Matt. You deserve to lose. You deserve to be deleted.
And you know what would be great if he puts him in the pool and he comes out as Husky Harris. What? That would be great, wouldn't it? They go, puts him in the pool of water and then pops out as Husky Harris.
Oh, man. Wow.
Wait, I have a question for you guys on that note.
Yeah.
Since they're setting up Awoken versus Bray Wyatt, do you think they're gonna
Wyatt.
try again to bring Sister Abigail?
I hope not. I don't want it. They could.
You don't want.
I don't want it. I don't know. That
Yeah.
whole Finn and Bray thing kind of freaked me out when it came out. You know, and I was like, I don't know if I want this. Are they going to ruin Bray? I already like Bray the way he is. Can we just keep him, but let him win? I don't know.
Yeah, like I was all up for. I was excited for Sister Abigail had it been a different person.
Yeah, if it had
Not
been an
Bray
actual
Wyatt
girl,
himself.
yeah, to be.
It should have
sister.
been, what's her name?
Paige.
No. Crazy chick from NXT.
Oh,
Nikki Cross.
Yeah, that would have been fine. So the main event to Raw was Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose fighting against the Raw Tag Team Champions for the title. Against, the Bar, Sheamus and Cesaro. Now, the Lunatic Fringe and the Kingslayer defeated them on a technicality, a disqualification. But then the general manager, Kurt Angle, said, that's not happening. We need to have a conclusion. This is going to be a no disqualification match, which then shenanigans happened. The Samoan submission machine, Samoa Joe, came earlier in the day after the Jason Jordan match and tried to attack Roman. So Samoa Joe decided to take his frustrations out on Roman by attacking his buddies. The Bar, I think with everything that happened, Sheamus connected with a bro kick. Roman's reign comes down to try to chase off Joe. Cesaro gets thrown back into these illegal man, and then 1, 2, 3, it's over. The Shield does not get the tag team championships, and we're probably going to see them try again another time. Do we really want that? Is this feud going anywhere? I don't mind Samoa Joe and Roman Reigns. That's actually going to be a good matchup, but are we going to see the Bar and the Shield go at it again for the titles, or can we just say this is the last time?
No, I want them to lose the titles.
No, well, I was reading on WWE.com that next week they're going to have singles match all 6 men against each other. So that feud is still going to be going on, unfortunately.
I want them to lose it because I don't like Sheamus. He annoys me.
I would like the Shield to have the titles. I'll agree with you on that. I was excited for the match, honestly. I like when they go head-to-head. The ending, I was kind of like, I've seen it before. I saw it when the New Day made the huge commotion and came out.
That's
it felt
right.
flat
That's the
for
second
me.
distraction finish.
Yeah, the finish just fell flat. I was like, I've seen it before. It's nothing new. I was like,
Meh.
Yeah. I'm done. I want them to move on to other people, both of them.
What other tag teams do you have on Raw, though?
I mean, we had this conversation before. There's not many other tag teams on Raw that make a difference. I actually think the club should do something with them. That was
club is
my
always
pick last week. I said we need to have the club move up a timetable or something to do something because there's not much.
I mean,
There's not many interesting tag teams on Raw. That
The only way the club becomes interesting is if you pair them with Finn Balor and you start the real club. But I don't know, man.
I don't know.
Yeah, they're never gonna do that. I agree with you.
I don't know if
club
they
would be
never do that.
legit if it's with Balor.
Yeah, I don't know if they'll never do it, but they won't pull that trigger right now because I think they want Finn to be want to be a babyface at the moment, which they're not doing much with him. So I don't know why they want to keep him there. I mean, he won against Bo Dallas last week or on Raw,
Okay.
which is yay, Bo Dallas.
Bo Dallas.
Yeah,
I guess they're trying to
and then
build them back
but
up
then
again.
you squashed them against Kane, so it's like you haven't win against people that really don't matter, but you haven't just flat out lose against people that actually do matter.
I mean, he beat AJ.
Right, he should be legitimate somewhere else. Like he should be in the title hunt, and he's not.
But I'm like, you know what? Same with
But he
SmackDown.
beat AJ in a Raw pay-per-view, so it's kind of a given that he was going to win.
No, just send him to SmackDown because apparently Raw is the land of the giants, and he's not even 210 pounds.
Ooh,
Just-
trade Balor for what's this? For Mahal. That'd be a fair
Ginger.
Ginger.
Ginger. He's not a redhead, man.
Ginger Mahal.
Ginger Mahal.
The nippleless one.
The nippleless one. Jeez. So let's head on over to SmackDown. We've got the beginning of SmackDown have Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens talk about how Sami interfered in the match but was not at ringside. He explains very sarcastically that this is ringside, this is not ringside. Which then, as he's making his claim, out of nowhere comes Randy Orton with an RKO on Kevin Owens.
Out of nowhere.
Out of nowhere. And then Shane makes the match, Sami Zayn versus Randy Orton, with the stipulation that Kevin Owens is handcuffed to the ring, and that match was the main event. I like SmackDown. SmackDown's my favorite out of the shows, out of the Raw, between Raw and SmackDown. I don't know where they're trying to go with this Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. Then they have all these vignettes about with Daniel Bryan, and he's not happy with the way that Shane's going. Is there going to be a feud between Bryan and Shane, and then is it going to split the locker room? What are we doing here? I don't know. It's all jumbled up. I'm not sure where it's going.
I will say, first of all,
Yeah.
I love what Sami Zayn did. I laughed, like legit laughed at his sarcasm, the way he did it. They need to keep this up with him and Kevin. I don't care how long it lasts, but that was awesome. And both of those, because I don't think Sami gets enough credit because Kevin is so good on the mic, but both of their mic skills are pretty much better than 90% of the roster.
I think they're having fun being best friends and doing it together. I think they're enjoying this run and playing off each other.
Yeah, it was awesome.
See, I see them as Batman and Robin, where Kevin is Batman. So you pay more attention to Kevin, and Sammy's like on the side.
He's Robin.
He's
Or
the Robin that becomes Nightwing eventually. But right now he's playing the sidekick to Kevin Owens.
I kind of see him as equal.
I do too, but I can see your point, Ralph. I can see where you're going with it, though.
Yeah, because it's Kevin, so yeah.
So later that night in the main event, Randy Orton defeats Sami Zayn. They finally get the handcuffs off of Kevin by doing hedge clippers or bolt cutters. They beat down Randy Orton, and coming in for the save is Shinsuke Nakamura. Now, as they move to Clash of Champions, they said that Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens are going to face Randy Orton and a partner of his choosing, which we assume now is going to be Shinsuke Nakamura with the save.
I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken, I did kind of read Randy's lips saying, "Do you want to be my partner?" Again, I could be wrong. I don't
saw right.
I saw right.
You did see right, because I thought the same thing.
So we're setting up, I guess this is main event. No, I guess it would be AJ versus Jinder for
Mahal.
the Mahal versus for the WWE
For
title.
the title.
But this is an interesting match. We'll kind of like
Yeah.
to see where it goes. I still don't understand the angle with Bryan and Shane. I kind of want them to fight in the ring. I really want Bryan to come back and just beat up on Shane.
The only thing I don't understand is why Nakamura. I mean, I like Nakamura. Don't get me wrong, but why him? Like, what
Small
dog does he
roster.
have? What dog does he have in this fight? Like, I would think Shane McMahon makes the more sense in a tag team against Owens and Zayn.
I don't think anybody wants to see Shane do this.
No, I don't disagree with you. It's just story-wise, I just would like an explanation as to why Nakamura out of the roster that you have.
You know
Because
what?
it's a
think-
small roster.
It's a
That's
small
why.
roster, yeah, but I think that they had a match together. There's a mutual respect between Randy Orton and Nakamura, so they're playing up that aspect. And maybe at some point, since he is the Viper, he'll turn on him. But right now, they're building them together because why not? And you got these two big superstars who are not in the hunt for the title, so you got to put them in something. And Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, Nakamura and Randy Orton. I mean, that's just screaming great match.
And did you see Nakamura this week? This is the type of Nakamura I've been waiting for.
Yeah,
Like,
he was energetic.
He
He
was
was
serious.
happy. He was into it. You know what I mean? I liked it.
and I think he's playing well off Orton. So we'll see if this continues. Because if this is the Nakamura that he's going to be every week, it's going to be perfect for him against AJ at WrestleMania. Because you know that's going to happen.
Yeah, I hope. There's only hope. So another match that they're setting up is for the tag team championship. The Usos
Ooh, so
are going to fight Benjamin and Gable now, and the New Day. Now, the New Day fought Rusev and Aiden English, who's becoming another favorite tag team of mine out of nowhere with the way they're playing off each other, and a surprise win against the New Day. And now they have been added to the Clash of Champions championship match.
He got his Rusev Day present early.
Yes, he did.
I just had to say it. I'm sorry.
Are we excited for a fatal four-way on a tag team match?
no.
And why not Breezango?
I think. Wait,
knew
hold
you were
on.
gonna say
Why
that.
Rusev and Aiden English? Not that I'm not, like I said, they're starting to grow on me, but why not Breezango?
Because did you hear the pop that they did for Rusev Day?
Yes.
They love Rusev Day. But
That's
I'm
why.
with you.
Because
I would prefer Breezango.
he's.
I would have preferred Breezango too.
Yeah, I would have preferred just triple threat, but
Yeah,
I would have preferred a 2-on-2 instead of like a. I just don't like multi-man matches, and every title on this card except for the world title is a multi-man match. So I'm just like, seriously, man,
not the women's.
isn't it a fatal four-way too?
No.
No.
Oh, it's
It's
Charlotte
a-
versus
It's
It's,
a Lumberjill
Charlotte
match.
versus-
same. I was going to say expletive,
It's
but it's the same thing.
Charlotte versus Natalia, and they're going to be They say Lumberjacks, but it should be Lumberjills, right?
It's basically multi-man because I
It's not-
mean, you know they're going to get involved and beat up on each other.
Well, let's
yeah,
talk about
but,
this.
but
I mean,
only Natalia or
is
Charlotte can win.
this where Carmella cashes in?
She should. If she doesn't, she's stupid.
Right? I mean, it's a lumberjack match. Two of them in there. Do you take it off Flair?
Charlotte.
You take it off Flair, have Natalia win, and then she cashes it in.
Or have Flair
Because-
win, and when she's all messed up, have her, cash it in then.
Yeah, but
No, I prefer Natalia winning and then cashing it in on Natalia.
yeah, you know why I prefer that too, and I'll tell you why. Because one, if it's Charlotte and Carmella, Charlotte getting her title back from Carmella, she's just going to destroy the hell out of her. If you have Natalia win it and then Carmella cash in, you have the possibility of a triple threat, which doesn't make her look Carmella look too weak, It doesn't make the other one look too strong. Plus, you could have a heel face turn with Natalia there, since you have these 3 women of the Riot Squad being predominantly heel at this point, and you need another babyface.
But wait a second, though.
Ooh.
Does Charlotte have the ability, like her father, to make anybody look good? Because if she does, then Charlotte versus Carmella won't look bad.
But it's not so much as you have the ability to make anybody look good. It's about your perception of that other person actually beating Charlotte. See, if you're talking the Ricky Steamboat match like we saw, you're talking the Stings, you're talking Ricky Steamboat, you're talking Barry Windham. We'll even go there. Who else did Flair have really good matches with? I mean, if you're talking those people, they legitimately look like they could beat Flair. Carmella does not legitimately look like she can beat Charlotte.
But she's the princess of Staten Island.
I understand that, and she will always be a princess, but she's fighting a queen.
Look,
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Oh.
Okay, I concede. You win.
Yes!
he admits defeat.
I have
I
broken
admit it.
the Hollywood of Marcus.
The Marcus that
is Hollywood.
Oh man, I'm gonna listen back to this and be like, "What the hell were we doing?" I haven't drank any drink of happiness. I'm sober. I don't know, man.
It's like, what were we on today?
So, another. Speaking of multi-person or men title match, we've got Bobby Roode, Baron Corbin, and Dolph Ziggler for the U.S. title. What do we feel about that? I mean, is it just... I don't know why they added Ziggler into that. Doesn't make sense.
Because he's Ziggler.
I don't know why Ziggler. I mean, I don't know if they don't think Bobby Roode and Baron Corbin can't pull it off by themselves. I guess they did a tryout today or this week, which they had them together, and I guess there's no chemistry there, and they're thinking if they add Ziggler, and there'll be more. I don't know.
I think it's because Bobby Roode is still kind of green to the main roster. I know he's a veteran when it comes to the wrestling industry, but to the main roster in SmackDown, he's kind of green. So maybe they don't have that much confidence in him yet. And Corbin is just Corbin.
Yeah, but he's a great heel. He's approved a lot.
Great heel.
He's no Miz.
No, he's not.
No, he's no Miz. But for the character that he's portraying, he's a great heel.
I say, give it to Rude. Just give it to him.
I want him to give it to Rude too. I'm interested to see how the match goes. So let's jump to NXT. NXT was probably the better of the 3, and it's only because they're trying to find out who the number 1 contender is to Andrade Cien Almas' title. So they did 2 matches this week. They're doing a match next week, and I believe the match the following week. The 2 matches this week, we had Killian Dane and Trent Seven. Trent Seven won a battle royal in one of their house shows to become part of this match. Killian Dane, of course, destroyed him. Trent Seven's looked better, but yeah, he destroyed him. So Killian Dane is now part of the Fatal 4-Way to see who will be the number 1 contender. The other part of that was their main event, which was Cassius Ohno, who was supposed to fight Velveteen Dream, who's working through injuries right at the moment after his bout with Aleister Black. And he fights Johnny Gargano. Johnny Gargano, who comes up with a surprising... Johnny Wrestling comes up with a great win. First win in a long time against Cassius Ohno. I like this match. This match was awesome. It was an NXT takeover worthy match.
Yes.
I am surprised that they pulled the trigger on Gargano, seeing as how for the last few weeks he's been losing. As soon as they named him, I was like, okay, so Ohno is gonna go on.
That's what I thought.
And they surprised me, and I loved that match. I was very surprised. I was like, damn, I didn't think they would do that. I thought they were gonna wait for Ciampa to come back.
But you see, this is what might happen. I'm thinking because CN almost needs him out. He sucks cutting promos. I don't know what the hell he was doing this week.
Yeah.
Shouting. I was like, dude, just let Selena talk. Let Selena talk. Let her do what she does. And just shut up. Just shut up and stand there and look pretty and hold your title up, right?
Wait,
See,
you're saying he looks pretty?
You know what I mean. It's a figure of speech.
Hollywood, I don't know what's going on, man.
Don't start with me.
I don't know. I think the cook is gonna have some tough competition.
I didn't mention her. You mentioned her, so
yeah, but it was coming soon enough, so I was like, I might as well jump the gun this time.
Okay, so what was I saying? Yeah, okay. So let Johnny
you were
Wrestling.
saying he was a pretty man.
Quiet. Let Johnny win the title, right? Because as good as CN is, I think Johnny will be a much better NXT champion. And then have Ciampa come back after he wins the title, because I'm pretty sure the next takeover isn't until January when the Royal Rumble is around. Have Gargano win it, have Ciampa run in after he wins it, like, I'm back. And now that she's a champion, I guess I'll take that off you. I think that would be perfect.
So you're just rehashing the Sami Zayn Kevin Owens story through NXT?
No, because
You are.
No,
Pretty much.
Yeah.
No, because Kevin turned on Sami Zayn. Ciampa's already turned.
It's the same thing. He wins the match, comes in at the end, destroys him, challenges him the next time.
Whatever, it works. So
It will work, but you're just rehashing that.
the storyline's already built in. It's already there. Plus, I think Ciampa. I think Gargano will be a perfect NXT champion. Like, he's just perfect.
I don't disagree with that at all.
Unless they give it to Adam Cole or Aleister Black first, which I don't know.
All right, so let's talk about that. We've got the two so far out of the four, which is Killian Dane and now Johnny Gargano. We've got a Lars Sullivan fighting Roderick Strong for another spot, and then one of the other matches, which is really interesting to me, Adam Cole and Aleister Black. Now, any one of those four in this four-way will be great. So I'm really interested to see, because if you look at those four, if you put, let's say we put Gargano, Dane, Sullivan, Cole in this four-way, it doesn't look good for Gargano in that situation. Even if you had Aleister Black in that situation or Roderick Strong, maybe if you go with smaller guys in the sense of Strong, Cole, Gargano, and you just have Dane in there and they just kind of gang up on him, that might be hit for him. So I don't know. There's so many great variables in this, for that fatal four-way, that it makes it interesting. And Adam Cole and Aleister Black is just very interesting to me. I can't wait to see that one.
Well, I mean, you have to figure a face is going to win, because Andrade.
You should never dismiss the underdog.
So
just because Gargano is smaller doesn't mean he can't win.
So you're saying it's either Gargano, Aleister Black, or Roderick Strong?
Yes.
No, I see Lars Sullivan beating Roderick Strong.
Well, he said a face has to, and he says a face needs to be the winner. So
Gargano.
I don't know who's winning against Lars Sullivan and Roderick Strong. I'm going to assume, since they're pushing Lars, I'm going to assume Lars. But let's say the only faces that are left to win this are Gargano, Strong, and Black.
I'm already scared for the Adam Cole versus Aleister Black match, as I explained to you, because I don't want him to lose. I'd rather him be undefeated until he gets a title. But I'm like, because I like both him and Adam Cole. So that one, I'm just like, I don't know what's going to happen.
So let's say he wins and he gets into the Fatal Four.
Who, Black?
Black. But then he loses in the Fatal Four, then there goes his streak.
No, because he doesn't have to be pinned to lose.
What if they pin him?
Then, damn, I don't know.
Does that lose that credibility? I mean, it's a Fatal Four-way.
It does a little bit.
You think so?
That's the issue I had with Asuka being in a Survivor Series match, because she gets pinned. I'm like, dude, like, what are you doing? But she ended up being a sole survivor. So you have an interesting situation. Do you keep his streak alive and have him go all the way, or do you pin him? And do you want to pin him in a meaningless loss? You know, because you want his first loss to mean something, not in a fatal, not in a multi-match, or against outside interference with somebody like Cole. So I don't know. I think that's an interesting situation to ponder.
It's going to be very interesting coming up on NXT, and I'm excited to see it.
Yeah, I'm actually more excited about NXT than anything on the main roster right now, except for a broken Matt or a woken Matt, whatever you want to call him.
Yeah, I could see that. So, we here at the GWP like to suggest a match that we consider the greatest wrestling match, or a match that is the greatest wrestling match. This week's pick was Big Ralph. Big Ralph, what match did you pick?
For this week, I picked Unforgiven 2006 Edge versus John Cena in a TLC match.
TLC
for
match
the WWE Championship.
Wait, hold on. Did you pick John Cena or did you pick Super Cena?
Well, he wasn't Super Cena at that time. He was still just a two-time champion.
Oh.
So why did you pick this match, Ralph?
I picked this match because anytime that Cena and Edge got in, they just put on great matches. And this was the culmination of their quote-unquote rivalry, where Cena had to win to stay on Raw. If he lost, he would go to SmackDown.
Yeah,
Hello?
no, we're listening to you talk about the match. It's your time to shine, Ralph, man. Take hold of it, man.
Ralph doesn't like to talk that much.
Okay, now you're talking to yourself in the third person? Ralph doesn't talk as much.
No, man, you gotta be like Vince and take it by the balls.
Oh, God. Right. So go ahead.
It was unlike the previous week where we saw Ric Flair versus Steamboat, and they had a very technical match. This was all everywhere. Bodies were flying everywhere. It was my kind of match. I liked the carnage, all the destruction that was going on. The chairs against Skin, and the breaking of the tables, and the ladders being used as weapon. Damn, I'm starting to sound like Hollywood. Super kick party.
Yes.
So yeah, one of the things that I enjoyed about the match was the creativity, because whenever Edge gets in these TLC matches, he finds new ways to do things. Like he doesn't call it this anymore, I don't think, but the STFU, where he sandwiched Edge into the ladder and then applied it, and Edge tapped out. I mean, that was perfect. You know what I mean?
There's no tapping.
Yes.
Though.
No tapping, but I mean the fact that
Edge jumping off the ladder to the other ladder and spearing Cena.
Yeah, that was great.
I liked it because it's one of those few times where you see Cena as the underdog in a match, where this is Edge's match. He is the TLC champion of the world.
Not only that, but having him almost win, and then Lita coming in and lifting John Cena on a ladder, like lifting it and dumping him over the side and onto another table.
And then you see Super Cena just like, he's like, oh, I'm good. I took the table, but you know what? I'm getting up. And then he took the chair to the back and he just threw Edge onto the floor into another table.
Yes.
Was that the birth of Super Cena?
I think so. Maybe.
I think so. It could be the birth. It could have been the birth of Super Cena.
And
Ultra Instinct Cena?
Maybe. And this is when Super Cena or Cena, like before the PG, actually does, at that time, not an attitude adjustment, but an FU to Lita, a girl, which they don't do that anymore.
No,
she had it coming.
Aside from the debacle that was Ellsworth versus Becky Lynch.
Yeah, but that's different.
You don't see a male wrestler put his hands on a female wrestler in WWE during the PG era anymore.
No. Well, except for Steph. Steph always goes through a table or something.
Right, but that's because she gets accidentally knocked off or something. But not, I mean, he literally put her on her shoulders and did the...
I mean, at this point in time, I don't see the Cena that we have right now doing something like that anymore. getting Lita and just giving her the FU.
Brutal too.
Brutal. And then
Yes.
is this the beginning of the Cena Sucks champs? Now, I thought the reason why these came out at this point is because they were in Canada, which is, of course, I think they were in Toronto too. I think it said
They were
That's
in
his hometown.
Toronto.
Canada. So they were
Edge's
in
hometown.
Edge's hometown. So, I mean, he was going to get booed no matter what.
Yeah, but they always
yeah.
did Cena. I don't understand why they put Cena in those situations. Like ECW One Night Stand, you're going against RVD, who literally is our ECW, and he got booted out of the building. And then,
It's because
And his shirt
Cena,
got thrown
Cena
back
is
at him.
that kind. Yes.
yeah, I'm just like, why? Why do you put? Why do you
Cena,
do this to Cena?
Cena is that go-to guy where you know the crowd legitimate. Oh,
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm tongue-tied right now.
Oh,
Where he legitimately is hated by the crowd, and he's okay with it.
Yeah, he'll take it.
He'll take it, and it won't hurt his character. He'll be like, "All right, that's fine. I'll prove it in the ring why I am the great one."
now
To
just
take it
imagine.
from The Rock.
Imagine if he was going against Bret Hart. Oh man,
Yeah, that would be good.
because Bret Hart's a legend in Canada. You don't go against Bret Hart in Canada.
No. But, I mean, the match would be good, too. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
but-
he would have had a good match against Bret Hart. Like, if that would have that would have happened.
Especially, I was watching it while we were talking. That match was like people going through tables,
I mean,
double tables.
it's-
I was
Well,
like,
it was
wow.
it started to go, like, technical at the beginning, and then after that, it was just like, I think they did, like, 2 moves, and they was like, forget that. Then Edge goes
Yeah.
walking outside, starts pulling stuff out.
Ed starts bringing in the chairs, starts hitting Cena
Furniture.
with the chairs, and it's
What the
like,
hell was that?
and then at the end, them both of them on that 16-foot ladder, and Cena just giving Edge the FU through 2 tables,
2 tables.
which I had not seen. I had
Don't-
not seen before that, and just JR's voice just
Good God, he's broken in half.
Went through 2 tables. My God.
yeah. And it kind of reminded me of Rocky versus what's his name, Drago, where Rocky comes into Russia and he's being booed and he's hated, and by the end of the match it's like, all right, we like him now, not that bad. Cena being Rocky, of course. Just in case.
Okay, thanks.
Oh, wow.
Marcus, we just got treated like morons right there.
Hey, man. Sometimes I feel like a nut,
That-
sometimes I don't.
Like,
Rocky bad, but then good.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm Hollywood. Well,
God. Well, I mean, after seeing matches like this, you understand why poor Edge has the neck that he does, doing all those crazy
Yeah.
spots that he did. So, in a way, even though these are great matches to watch, where they do all those crazy spots, I'd like to see wrestlers who have a little more longevity. You know, I would have liked to see Edge still wrestling for a little while longer. I mean, some of the matches he could have had with some of the newer superstars coming in would have been great. So, as much as I enjoy matches like this, I think that these guys who take these risks for entertainment purposes, sometimes we need to. I'm glad they toned it down to, in a sense, just so we have these guys for a little more longevity.
yeah, like look at
Oh, yeah.
Matt. You can look at Matt Hardy and tell he's banked up. Like
Oh no, yeah,
the
like
way he walks and moves, I'm just like, wow, Matt.
let's think of it. Freaking Christian's out because of concussions. Edge is out with a bad back. Bubba Ray just freaking retired because he had issues. Devon's retired. He's a producer now. They only got the Hardys. I mean,
Daniel Bryan.
Well, I'm thinking the TLC matches that they had. Though that group,
Oh, okay.
4 out of the
Yeah.
6 are already gone because they can't wrestle because they put their bodies through such things. So
Jeff is
Yeah.
hurt right now.
Jeff is hurt right now, but that's different. I mean, and like you said, Matt's all banged up. He's looking stiff.
I think the only one that can still keep going on is Jeff.
Jeff or Matt?
Jeff looks a little more nimble than Matt, but to
Yeah.
be honest, his swantons don't look as graceful as they used to.
Dude, he's in his 40s now, man. Dude's getting old.
I know. I mean,
Yeah.
he
Now-
used to
now
be
it's
like
more
this nice
psychological.
fluent thing. Now it looks like he just falls like a sack of potatoes. on top.
Plus, he's heavier now too.
I know, but it's just funny.
Not only that, but now he gets up there and he's like, "Oh, I have to think about my 2 girls."
That's twice.
I know.
That is twice.
And the sad thing is, today at work, I had the potty mouth most of the day, and you're going crazy.
I was just like, come on, man. My
It's-
sensitive ears.
Your virgin ears.
Not virgin, but sensitive.
Why? What have people done to your ears that they're not virgin?
I mean, I'm not even. Nah. Damn it, man. I can't. I have no. I can't. No.
All right, so that's the best match that we're considering for this week, or this week's best match because I'm all screwed up right now. So
Yeah.
that's John Cena versus Edge for the WWE Championship in a tables, ladders, and chairs match, and Backlash of 2006. You can find that, huh?
Forgiven, 2006.
Unforgiven.
Unforgiven,
I said Backlash, didn't I?
Yeah.
Okay, Unforgiven 2006. You can find that on the WWE Network. You can also find parts of it on YouTube and Dailymotion, wherever else you view wrestling content. You never know. People could do other things that I don't know about. Those are the main platforms, but person can find it somewhere else, I'm sure. Again, we are the GWP. We're part of the Unique Geek Network, which is also known as YouGeekly. You can find us on any platform under UGEEKLY. We've got a Twitter. We've got an Instagram. We are doing Twitch, which we also have Mr. Hollywood in charge of that. I think he's doing a WoW or World of Warcraft raid tomorrow around 8 o'clock, so please join us for that.
Indeed.
And throughout the weekend from 8 to 9, he does different types of things. I think you're doing a WoW this week. Tomorrow you're doing, what was it?
Tomorrow's
Tomorrow's
Warcraft.
WoW, but Saturday is
Castlevania.
Castlevania, and then you're doing the WoW raid again on Sunday. So you can always see him on Twitch between 8 and 9, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. We also have B, who does some stuff on YouTube. Who else do we have? That's it right at the moment, right?
Yeah.
Your Twitch, B, who hasn't done much, but she's on YouTube. We also have other things on YouTube as well. So please hit us up. If you have any questions, please email us, tweet us, anything you can. My name's Jose Sands. I'm here with...
Hollywood Marcus.
And...
Potty Mouth Big Ralph.
Potty Mouth Big Ralph. Thank you for listening, and we'll tune in next week. We'll talk to you again. Peace.
I apologize about my potty mouth.